Ever found yourself crammed into an awful airplane seat, knees jammed against the seat in front, no view, zero overhead space, and, to top it all off, positioned right next to the relentless traffic and odors of the lavatory? You are not alone. This scenario is all too common, yet just a few rows away, other passengers are the picture of comfort, relaxed, organized, and already dozing off like seasoned travelers. What is their secret? The truth is, airlines for obvious reasons never advertise it. Your seat choice is the single most critical factor that can make or break your entire flight experience, and there is a definite yet hidden science to selecting the right one. This isn't about paying for the most expensive ticket. It's about mastering a secret seat selection game the airlines hope you never figure out. If you've ever been stuck in a non-reclining death trap seat, been forced to gate check a crucial carry-on, or felt the endless frustration of waiting to deplane while others breeze past, this comprehensive guide is your essential playbook to beat the system and reclaim your comfort. We are about to dive deep into 10 game-changing insider secrets. But before we reveal the ultimate, proven, step-by-step strategy that has worked flawlessly on over 200 flights, a simple request: hit that like button. It helps ensure more smart travelers like you discover these tips and keeps this essential channel soaring. Now, let's jump into the secrets the airlines keep under wraps. Airlines often treat the last row as disposable inventory, the seats they are always desperately trying to fill. What they won't tell you is that these seats are virtually designed to make your flight miserable. Think critically. When was the last time a frequent, savvy flyer voluntarily chose the very back row? The infamous non-reclining seat, typically found in the final row, is more than just uncomfortable. It can be a significant health hazard on long-haul flights. Your spine remains locked upright for hours, leading to stiffness, back pain, and recovery time that can last for days after landing. And the kicker? You are paying the exact same fare as passengers just 3 rows forward who have the ability to recline and genuinely rest. But the misery doesn't stop there. The bathroom traffic is relentless. Although no one is behind you, every passenger from the middle of the plane and forward who needs the lavatory must trudge past your seat. This means constant noise, an inevitable waft of unpleasant odors, and the irritating phenomenon of being bumped repeatedly. One veteran flight attendant shared a troubling observation. She's seen passengers in the last row physically hit by the swinging lavatory door dozens of times during a single flight. Pro tip: if fate dictates you must be situated near the back of the plane, choose an aisle seat in the second to last row instead. This strategic move offers 90% of the quick deplaning benefits of being near the rear exit, but spares you the non-stop bathroom chaos, door bumping, and unrelenting traffic. Airlines often market exit row seats as a premium experience, focusing solely on the extra legroom as a significant favor to the passenger. However, this is a cleverly crafted illusion. In reality, you might end up significantly less comfortable than in a standard economy seat, and you'll certainly be paying a surcharge for the privilege. First, you are paying extra to essentially assume the responsibilities of an unpaid auxiliary flight crew member. In the event of an emergency, you carry serious legal and practical obligations to assist with the evacuation. More practically, the real kicker is the total disappearance of underseat storage. Your crucial personal item, your book, your medications, your laptop, your snacks, must all be stowed in the overhead bin. By the time you board, especially if you are not an elite status holder, those bins might be completely full. This lesson was learned the hard way on a flight to Denver. After paying a $45 premium for the heralded exit row legroom, the flight attendant was forced to gate check a carry-on due to the lack of available bin space. The premium seat ultimately cost an extra hour waiting at baggage claim and nearly resulted in a missed connecting flight. Furthermore, the temperature issue is acutely real. Emergency exit doors are not perfectly insulated. At a cruising altitude of 35,000 feet, you are sitting mere inches from a wall that is barely insulating you from outside temperatures plunging to 70 at circa text, espors, F. You must bring ample layers, or you will experience hours of genuine, bone-chilling misery. Bulkhead seats, those positioned directly behind the dividing wall separating cabins, appear on the surface to be the pinnacle of economy-class comfort. The benefits are clear. Nobody can recline into your space. You have generous legroom, and the view is completely unobstructed. The trap, however, lies in the features the airlines quietly remove while retaining the premium pricing. First, your tray table must fold out from the armrest, making it noticeably smaller and far more cumbersome to use. Attempting to work on a laptop or even enjoy a full meal becomes an awkward ordeal, akin to balancing a flimsy TV dinner tray. Second, the structural armrests do not lift up. This means you are essentially locked into a narrower seat space than standard economy passengers. For travelers who value a bit of extra hip or elbow room, this trade-off can be significant. The entertainment screen is also built into that immovable armrest, often positioned at an unnatural, low angle that is guaranteed to cause neck strain on any flight exceeding 2 hours. And just like exit rows, underseat storage is completely eliminated, forcing everything into the overhead bin. Insider move: bulkhead seats are a viable option only if you are traveling with minimal carry-on items, and your singular priority is legroom above all other convenience factors. Know precisely what comfort features you are sacrificing before you pay the premium. The universal consensus is that middle seats are terrible, but let's clarify why they are even worse than you assume, and, crucially, reveal the single scenario where they become a stroke of genius. The fundamental problems are well known: a constant low-grade battle for shared armrest territory with two strangers, zero personal space, and the necessity of disturbing at least one person, and usually both, every single time you need to access the aisle. The often missed health factor is air circulation. Middle seat passengers consistently have the worst airflow, making them disproportionately susceptible to airborne pathogens from fellow passengers. However, and this is the crucial exception that changes the entire calculation, there is a brilliant tactical use for the middle seat, which leads us directly to the next secret. This is one of the most insidious ways airlines quietly manipulate their non-elite customers. The widespread WMA boarding strategy, window, middle, aisle, sounds hyper-efficient, but is fundamentally designed to force aisle-preferring passengers into expensive upgrades. If you are an aisle seat traveler whose primary goal is to board early and secure precious overhead bin space, you are now boarding dead last in the WMA sequence. By the time you finally step onto the plane, virtually every overhead bin will be stuffed, forcing you to face the dreaded gate check for items you've successfully carried on for years. The workaround airlines don't want you to know: strategically book a window or middle seat initially. Board with the early group, window to middle. Secure your carry-on luggage directly above your chosen seat. Once you are seated and your bin space is secured, politely ask a neighboring aisle passenger if they would mind switching seats with you. Most travelers are surprisingly happy to upgrade to a window view, and you achieve the desired aisle access with the crucial benefit of guaranteed bin space. Airlines generally want you to believe that the only route to comfort is first class or business class. Yet, there is a secret sweet spot zone on most aircraft that delivers approximately 80% of the premium experience at a standard economy fare. On the vast majority of narrow-body aircraft, like Boeing 737s or Airbus A320s, rows 6 through 9 hit a perfect balance. You are close enough to the front to enjoy early boarding and achieve a very quick deplaning process, saving you significant time at the end of the flight. Crucially, you are also far enough back to avoid the high traffic chaos and noise of families with very young children, who are typically clustered in the first few rows, often near the front lavatories or bulkheads for bassinets. This zone also provides a noticeably smoother ride. Rows 6 to 9 are typically positioned directly over, or just slightly behind, the wing, the aircraft's center of gravity. This location experiences far less turbulence, resulting in less motion sickness and significantly better quality sleep. The zone to avoid: steer clear of rows 10 through 15 at all costs. This is the common chaos central. This is where airlines typically place their most problematic passengers, the last-minute bookers, the travelers who didn't pay for seat selection, and passengers who couldn't secure seats together. It is an unpredictable zone of high disruption. After an exhaustive analysis of thousands of seat maps and diverse aircraft configurations, one specific seat type emerges as the undisputed champion of the economy class experience: the single center aisle seat on wide-body aircraft. This is your golden ticket seat, typically found on twin-aisle jets like Boeing 777s or Airbus A330s, in the middle section. It grants you every mobility benefit of an aisle seat, but you are not constantly forced to stand up to accommodate 2 or more seatmates. You are positioned mid-cabin for the optimal level of flight attendant service and maximum distance from both lavatory traffic and galley noise. And the best part? During the WMA boarding process, while you are technically in the aisle category, you face none of the disadvantages, as your early check-in strategy, see Secret 9, ensures you've secured this superior seat before the general population. The secret to securing it: this is a timing game. Set a meticulous alarm for precisely 24 hours before your flight's scheduled departure, the exact moment online check-in officially opens. Have your confirmation number copied and ready. Grab that coveted center aisle seat the very second it becomes available. These seats are held back precisely for this window, and they disappear faster than a dessert cart. Airline seat maps are a financial tool designed to steer you towards seats that benefit their bottom line, not your comfort. They often highlight preferred seats that, in reality, have serious hidden drawbacks, such as being located adjacent to a noisy galley or a high-traffic lavatory. SeatGuru is the invaluable counter tool that exposes the truth. Input your exact flight number and the specific aircraft type, e.g., American Airlines 123, Boeing 777-300ER, and you will be presented with a detailed, color-coded map. It instantly reveals warnings about seats with limited recline, misaligned windows, extra narrow width, or excessive noise. This resource has saved countless travelers from booking genuinely terrible seats. Pro tip: always screenshot the SeatGuru map before you finalize your booking. Airlines occasionally perform last-minute aircraft swaps and equipment change. If the airline moves you to an inferior seat on the new configuration, your screenshot provides irrefutable proof of the comparable seat you originally selected, giving you leverage for a better reassignment or compensation. Most travelers check in casually at some point within the 24-hour window. The pros, however, know that the entire game is played within the first 60 seconds of that window opening. Airlines deliberately release their best remaining inventory of seats, often premium seats, seats with desirable configurations, or seats held back for operational reasons, precisely at the 24-hour mark. They vanish almost instantaneously. Action plan: set not one, but multiple alarms. Have your confirmation number pre-saved and your login credentials ready. Be prepared to act with immediate precision the moment the digital check-in window opens. It is a digital foot race. Many travelers have successfully upgraded from a dreaded middle seat to a prime aisle seat purely through digital diligence and speed. The loyalty program. Hack: even if you only fly with an airline once or twice a year, immediately join their frequent flyer program. It is free, and membership often grants you preferential, earlier access to better seats and priority status within the digital check-in queue, which can make a massive difference in seat assignment. Here is the simple, often ignored math the airlines hope you won't calculate. Sometimes, paying for a preferred seat or a premium economy upgrade costs significantly less than the cumulative consequences of a miserable seat choice. On any flight exceeding 4 hours, a $25 to $50 expenditure for a genuinely better seat, a window buoy aisle in the sweet spot, for example, can save you days of lost productivity, recovery time from poor sleep, and lingering body stiffness. The insider timing for upgrades. The price for these upgrades often plummets dramatically within the final 24 hours before departure, as airlines scramble to maximize revenue by filling any remaining premium inventory. The sweet spot strategy. Check the upgrade prices when you initially book your flight, then check the prices again exactly 24 hours before departure. You will frequently discover quiet, significant discounts, often 30% to 50% off, that the airline only offers to fill their premium sections at the last possible minute. After successfully testing and refining these strategies across hundreds of flights globally, here is your definitive 5-step action plan to guarantee the best seat every single time. The research phase. Before you book, immediately use SeatGuru to analyze the specific aircraft model for your flight and target the highest-rated seats in the economy cabin. The target selection: always target the single center aisle seat on any wide-body aircraft, or an aisle seat within the rows 6 to 9 sweet spot on narrow-body aircraft. The check-in execution: set a multi-layered alarm and be ready to act instantly at the 24-hour check-in mark to secure your preferred seat. The contingency plan: if you are initially stuck in a poor seat, monitor the seat map and check for last-minute discounted upgrade deals, Secret 10, from the 24-hour mark right up until boarding. The aisle seeker's bypass. If you prioritize the aisle but fear the WMA boarding trap, strategically book a window or middle seat first, secure your bin space, and then politely execute a seat trade with a fellow passenger, Secret 5. The critical difference between an agonizing flight and a truly comfortable journey often boils down to 5 minutes of strategic planning and execution. The airlines operate on the assumption that you will simply accept whatever seat they assign you. Now, you know the hidden rules of the game. Which of these 11 seat secrets surprised you the most? Have you ever had the misfortune of being trapped in one of the dreaded problem seats? Drop your absolute worst airplane seat story in the comments below. I read every single one and genuinely enjoy hearing your travel experiences. If this video has armed you with the knowledge to become a smarter, more comfortable traveler, please smash that like button and subscribe for more insider travel tips that the airlines definitely do not want you to know. And don't forget to check out our video on the hidden, senior, travel perks that could save you hundreds on your next trip.